Iron Mike, in fear, avoided a fight with this beast.
You mess with me, I'll put your fuse out.
After all, he wreaked havoc wherever he set foot.
Fucking giant.
And the kickboxing legend Ernesto Hoost trembled in fear at the sight of this Hulk, being mercilessly destroyed by him twice. Bob Sapp is a real executioner in the world of martial arts, who staged public executions for anyone daring enough to face him. So get ready to witness Bob Sapp's most merciless knockouts, and also discover the truth behind why Iron Mike himself avoided him. This is Boxing Space. Here we go. In 2002, Sapp made his professional debut, and one of his first opponents was the legendary Dutch kickboxer Ernesto Hoost, better known as Mr. Perfect. Hoost thought that this giant would be nothing more than a high-protein snack for him. But as soon as the bell rang, Bob charged at Ernesto like an enraged bull, except instead of horns, he had fists. Next, the furious Titan cornered Mr. Perfect, almost tossing him out of the ring. Yet Hoost found his opponent's weak spot and began destroying Sapp's lower floors. But in this way, Ernesto only lit a fire in Bob's eyes, who immediately began to turn his face into a chop. But the referee decided to stop the mad beast, thereby saving Hoost any remnants of health. However, it turned out that Ernesto didn't accept the defeat, and like a phoenix, he rose from the ashes to take revenge on his tormentor, quickly securing an immediate rematch. But Bob delivered a true symphony of power, with the last note proving to be his victory. By showing the audience how the Flying Dutchman sinks, he captured the attention of fans for a long time. Next on the horizon for Bob was a new threat, a 300-foot samurai from the land of the rising sun, Akebono Taro. And as soon as the bout began, the walking cause of earthquakes immediately pounced on Sapp as if he were a free Big Mac. But Sapp wasn't about to become easy prey and decided to feed the sumo wrestler a lunch of punches, which left him unable to stay on his feet. After that, Bob finally broke through his opponent's cholesterol armor and turned Akebono into a dying fish out of water. Thus, he once again stirred the audience, giving the people a storm of dopamine. One of the few who decided to halt Bob's ascent to the martial arts, Olympus was a regular tattoo parlor client, the intimidating Chemo Leopoldo. Leopoldo had an arsenal of brutal moves that served him well in his hunt for giants.
Good defense by West by grabbing that wrist. Let's see if Chemo can juggle with one hand. Nice escape. Excellent escape by...
However, as soon as the command to start was given, Sapp showed who the real hunter was, and who the prey, giving Chemo a marathon in the ring. Leopoldo managed to break free from Bob's brutal onslaught, and immediately shocked everyone, almost sending Bob to dreamland. After carefully studying the power of gravity, our giant decided to rest and refuel, planning to finish the fight with a stunning knockout in the next round and add another scalp to his record. As it turned out, on that day, Mike Tyson himself was watching the bloody carnage from the sidelines. Upon seeing Mike, Sapp went insane and seemed ready to tear him apart right then and there. Organizers, security, and everyone else came together to hold the beast back and protect Mike Tyson. However, it seemed that Tyson was intimidated by the monster and decided to back out of the fight, greatly disappointing the giant.
I think Mr. Sapp is awesome. He has awesome physical power, but as I said before, if we fight in the markets of Queensbury, I love to fight him.
Realizing that even the king of boxing was afraid of him, Bob, filled with confidence, started snapping his opponents like walnuts. Watching Bob's total dominance in the ring, his opponents trembled with fear, but suddenly, unexpectedly, his career began to decline. There were rumors that he was throwing his fights. In the match against a small, old fighter, against whom he was supposed to leave nothing but bones, Bob fell more often than Biden and unexpectedly lost. After that, it became clear that he no longer posed any danger. And so, the final chapter of our story unfolded in December 2008, right on the eve of the new year, when living legends of the martial arts world clashed in the same tournament. Bob faced an unusual fighter nicknamed Wrestling Ubermensch, and his name was Akihito Tanaka. As soon as the bell rang, Bob decided to fight the wrestler with the principle of fight fire with fire. And the duel quickly turned into a fight between a clown and a bad employer. It seemed like the end. The wrestler was defeating the giant on all the judges' scorecards. But suddenly, Bob found a second wind and began a brutal execution of his opponent. Afterward, he gave the wrestler a free trip to an MRI. Thus, once again, he amazed the audience. And so, this was a video about a man who embodied terror itself. His career is filled with ups and downs, triumphs and defeats, but one thing remains unchanged. His name is forever etched in the history of martial arts. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.